Now, research shows that 55% of all Americans would prefer to be their own boss, and even more so with the younger demographic at 70%. And many people do take the plunge, with 1 out of every 25 adults currently starting a business. But it's a scary proposition, with more than 90% of small businesses failing within the first 3 years. Joining us now is Nicole Witt, entrepreneur and founder of Success With Witt, an organization that empowers and inspires would-be entrepreneurs and small business owners. Nicole, good to have you here.
Thanks for having me.
When we say that 90%, we don't want to discourage people from going into business.
Done successfully,
yes,
for sure.
it is possible. And rather than starting your own business completely, there are some really great businesses you can kind of get in on for a very small amount of investment, right?
Absolutely. For people who are looking for a little extra spending cash, maybe a stay-at-home mom who wants to get out of the house a bit, or somebody who's looking to help make ends meet, a great option is to be a party hostess sales rep. You can get into that often for under $100.
There we have it right there. Now, would this be something like jewelry or candles or
exactly.
Even Avon, something like that?
Avon, cooking gadgets. So it can be anything where you have an interest, which is fun.
Sometimes all it takes is $100.
Yes, absolutely, absolutely. Most people pull in about $800 or $900 a month doing this. That's some nice extra cash, but you can make a lot more if you put more time and effort into it.
Definitely,
for sure.
Yeah. You had a number there, $27,600, but that's for people who are really going gangbusters.
Exactly,
right?
Exactly. And there are some people who make 6 figures with it, but you know, they're approaching it as a full-time job,
right,
and they're putting that kind of effort in.
They're also driving pink Cadillacs. Some of them. All right, we've got moderate investment. These are home-based or mobile service?
Usually service-based businesses, so somebody maybe who's doing some graphic designing for websites, or even mobile dog grooming, or things like that.
Well, look at that. Now, what kind of a financial commitment would that be?
You know, it depends which approach. If you're just doing a home-based business, it can be done. It's going to be more than, you know, the previous one we talked about, but, you know, $5,000 to $10,000. Or if you go with, say, a franchise, which tends to be a lot safer, much higher success rate, but you're going to be investing more. Depends totally on the franchise, but sometimes close to $50,000. But a lot of franchisees make good money. They make about $100,000 a year.
$50,000 and up. And then you have to go to franchisee school, right?
For some of them, yeah. But there's good money to be made there.
Okay, now let's look at major investments. Let's go there.
Yeah, this tends to be more product-based businesses. Somebody who says, you know, oh, why doesn't this exist, and creates it. Like, look at Sarah Blakely, who invented Spanx,
oh
right?
Oh, my gosh. I was just looking at her home the other day in Georgia. She's in the billionaires
She's a billionaire,
club.
Right, exactly.
Oh.
But it's the type of thing where people say, oh, why doesn't this exist? And they have sort of the creative vision to go out and do it. But usually when you're talking about manufacturing and production, you are talking about requiring outside funding for that. But there's significant upside with it.
A lot of people have wonderful ideas. It's just what they do with them to get them off the ground.
Exactly.
Having a little outside investment helps
helps a lot.
I have to ask you about people who we're inundated with emails that say, you know, work from home, make thousands of dollars. All you have to do is either answer the phone or write, you know, technical things for companies. I'm not even sure how it all works, but is it really buyer beware when it comes to things like this?
It really is. You have to be very careful. Those ads are all over the internet. I would suggest, you know, start with what you're interested in and pursue companies that have a good track record of supporting people in that interest. Don't get sort of pulled in by an ad, by something that maybe you wouldn't otherwise have had the interest in. So I think that's sort of the wrong end to start with.
Right, okay. Nicole Witt from Success with Witt. That's why she's successful. Thank you very much. Good advice.
Thank you.